Welcome to Story House, the podcast where stories unravel mysteries and myths come alive in the light of human curiosity. I am your host, Navonita, and tonight we are opening the door to one of the most chilling and thought-provoking topics: origin of paranormal beliefs and their world. Imagine this: you are alone at night. The house is silent. Suddenly, you hear footsteps echoing through the hallway. Your logical mind tells you it's nothing. But what if it isn't? Tonight, we will explore the shadowy realm of the paranormal, the world of demons, spirits, and the entities that have haunted humanity for centuries. More importantly, we will ask, why do these beings exist? Are they figments of our imagination? Or do they hold a deeper purpose? To help us navigate this mysterious world, I am thrilled to welcome Arnav,
Thank you.
a paranormal researcher and mythologist who has studied ancient texts like the Bible, Bhagavad Gita, Quran, and folklore from around the globe. Arnav, welcome to Story House.
Thank you. It's my pleasure being here.
Okay, so Arnav, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Why do paranormal entities exist in nearly every culture? And why are their stories so universal?
Okay. Paranormal is the opposite of normal. In our lives, we operate within belief systems, right?
Yes.
We believe in God, a higher power guiding and protecting us. But we often forget that belief works both ways. Just as we believe in dignity or divinity, we also believe in the unknown, the mysterious, and the entities that fall outside the realm of the normal. Think about it. If God has an origin, then these paranormal entities must also have an origin.
Of course.
They didn't just appear out of nowhere, right? They are part of the same tapestry of existence, woven into our collective consciousness and cultures. This is why humanity has always believed in the paranormal. It's not just fear of curiosity, it's the acknowledgement of the mysterious forces that coexist with us, forces that are beyond our control or understanding. Imagine ancient times when humans lived in caves or open plains, vulnerable to the elements. They saw lightning strike and heard thunder roar. Without science to explain it, they turned to stories to gods and spirits. Lightning wasn't just a phenomenon, it was just a god's anger. Shadows in the dark weren't just shadows. There were restless spirits, demons, or ancestral beings watching over us.
Okay.
Right. Over time, these beliefs become more structured. For example, in the Bible, we encounter the story of Lucifer, the angel who defeated God and was cast out of heaven. The story wasn't just about rebellion, it symbolized the presence of darkness within the world of light. Similarly, in Hinduism, the Asuras were born of human flaws, ego, greed, and anger that becomes manifestations of everything human feared about themselves.
Yes.
Also, the Quran introduces us to the jinn being created from smokeless fire. Unlike humans who are made of clay, jinn are neither inherently good nor evil, but live in the parallel dimension. Their existence raises questions about what lies beyond our limited perception.
Okay.
Yes. Also, what's fascinating is how universally these beliefs are across cultures and continents, whether it's the Vetela in Hindu text, spirits that inhabitate corpus, or the Nasnas in Arabic folklore. Half-formed beings wandering deserts. Every culture shared this acknowledgement of the paranormal.
Okay.
These beings serve as reminders of our fears or morality and the limits of our understanding also. They exist not to terrify us, but to make us question what lies beyond the veil of the known.
Okay, Arnab. Many of our listeners are familiar with figures like Lucifer or the Jinn.
Yes.
But are there lesser known paranormal entities with equally fascinating stories?
Yes, absolutely. From the Bible, there's an Apollyon, the destroyer, who commands an army of locust-like creatures.
Okay.
He appears in the book of Revelation, a harbinger of destruction and chaos.
Okay.
Then there's Lilith, Adam's first wife in Jewish folklore. Unlike Eve, she was independent and refused to submit to Adam. For her defiance, she was cast out of Eden, becoming a demon of the night who preys on newborns and haunts dreams.
Okay.
In the Quran also, there are the Ifrit, a fairy and malevolent jinn. These beings are cunning and powerful, often challenging even the strongest humans. Then there's the Nasnas, half-formed creatures that haunt desert, a chilling reminder of incompleteness and imperfection. In Hinduism also, one of the most haunting entities is the Betala, or the Betal, spirit that inhabited corpses. They are not always evil but thrive on mischief. Imagine encountering a lifeless body that suddenly speaks in riddles.
Okay.
Each one of these beings reflects universal fear and desires, whether it's rebellion, incomprehension, or even moral decay.
Okay, Arnab.
Yes.
Here is the $1 million question for you.
Okay.
If these entities exist, do they have a purpose?
Okay.
Are they to guide us, punish us, or something else entirely?
Great question. Let me share a story from the Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
In the scripture, Lord Krishna explains that the Asuras, demons, born out of human greed and anger, exist not to harm but to remind us of our flaws.
Okay.
They are reflections of our darker slaves. Really. Similarly, in Christianity, the story of Job shows how Satan was allowed to test Job's faith. Satan wasn't there to destroy him, but to strengthen his resolve. Paranormal entities in many cases act as mirrors. They force mirrors. They force us to confront our fears and weakness.
Okay.
On the flip side, some entities are protective. For example, in Hinduism, Yakshasas are guardians of treasures and sacred places. Even in Islam, some jinn are known to help humans if treated with respect. Their purpose? To maintain balance between light and darkness, good and evil. They challenge us to grow, to question, and to strive for higher understanding.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, Arnab, one phenomena that's common in the USA is the sleep paralysis demon. Many describe feeling a shadowy figure pressing on their chest. Is this a real paranormal experience or just a trick of the mind?
Okay, another story for you. Let's share a chilling account.
Okay.
A woman in New York woke up one night, unable to move on. At the foot of her bed stood a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes. She tried to scream, but no sound came out.
Okay.
Science calls this as sleep paralysis, a state where your mind is awake but your body is still in REM sleep. Okay. But here's the twist. Across cultures, people report the same experience, but a different way. I will explain you. In Japan, it's called Kanashibari, a ghost sitting on your chest. In Hinduism, it's linked to Preta, restless spirits. And in the USA, many describe the infamous Hat Man, a shadowy figure with a wide brimmed hat. So it is paranormal or psychological. Perhaps the line between the two is thinner what we think.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's move on to our next segment. Reality of paranormal existence.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Arnav, I have heard so many intriguing and chilling stories about genes. And our listeners have been asking questions that seem to blend folklore with reality. Let me start with this. Is it true that genes are most active at night, especially between 2 to 4 am? People also say they cry and well during these hours. What's the significance of this time and why does it seem so eerie?
Okay. That's a fascinating observation, Namalika ji.
Thank you so much.
Yes. In various cultures and beliefs, the time between 2 to 4 am is often considered the witching hour, or a time when the veil between our world and the paranormal is thinnest.
Okay.
In Islamic teaching also, it's believed that jinns, especially mischievous or evil ones like the Ifrit, are more active during these hours. This is the time when most humans are asleep, the world is quiet, and the spiritual energies are said to intensify. Yes, the wails and cries people report might stem from the jinns' emotional state. Some stories suggest that jinns are deeply sorrowful beings.
Okay.
Yes, they feel the burden of their existence. They are invisible, intangible, and detached from the human world. They so often observe, it says, their cries reflect their longevity for what they don't have, physical bodies and the ability to truly live among humans. Yes.
That brings me to another thing I have heard. People say that genes have a distinctive smell, often described as that of a decaying body or a rotting meat. Is that true? And why would they have such a smell?
Yes. These are numerous accounts of a foul odor associated with the presence of genes.
Okay.
Yes, the smells often described as sulfuric like rotting flesh or a stick sweet stench. In Islamic and Middle Eastern folklore, the smell is thought to arise from the creation.
Achha.
Yes, unlike humans who are made from clay, genes are said to be created from smokeless fire.
Achha.
Yes, over time, this fire and the energy it embodies can leave behind a distinct amongst otherworldly order. Additionally, some believe that malevolent genes, like those who haunt abandoned places, carry the smell because of the energies they absorb from their surroundings.
Okay.
Places filled with decay, despair, or neglect, it almost like the smell becomes part of their essence, a sign of their detachment from purity of life. Yeah.
Speaking of abandoned places, is it true that genes prefer to live in such spaces or in trees? Why do they avoid living among humans?
Okay, absolutely. In Islamic tradition and folklore, genes are believed to inhabit desolate, unclean, or abandoned spaces, ruined houses, caves, deserts, and even trees, particularly those with an airy appearance, like bananas or willows.
Okay.
These places resonate with the gene's nature. They are solitary beings, often avoiding crowded or concentrated areas where humans and divine places dominate because they are negativity. What's interesting is that their choice of home is often tied to their character. Benevolent genes might stay in serene forest or near flowing water, while malevolent ones are drawn to desolation and decay. However, they are not entirely antisocial. Some spirits suggest that they watch humans from a distance, curious and sometimes envious of the lives we live.
Okay.
Yes.
You mentioned envy just now, and I have to ask, do genes really wish to be human? Do they desire human-like lives? Or is there a deeper pain they carry because they are just souls without physical bodies?
That's a poignant question. Yeah. Many stories and accounts suggest that genes do, in fact, envy humans. They also envy humans. Unlike humans, they exist in a liminal space that they have immense power but lack the tangible connection to the world that a physical body provides. Just imagine being a being of pure energy, watching humanity experience life with all its color, sensation, and emotions, but being unable to partake or take participate. This longing often manifests as resentment or sadness. They desire the ability to touch, feel, and love as we do.
Okay.
Yes, some even attempt to purpose humans, possess human. Yes. Not our of malice, but out of a desperate desire to experience life in a body. This pain, this existential void, is what drives many genes to attack our or seek interaction with our world.
Okay. But why can't we see them? If they are so curious about us and want to connect, why do they remain invisible to us?
This is one of the most intriguing aspects of the paranormal. Genes exist in parallel dimension.
Okay.
Often referred to as the unseen world in Islamic tradition mainly. Their essence, smokeless fire, allows them to remain invisible to human eyes unless they choose to reveal themselves.
Okay.
Yes, think of it like this. Our eyes are tuned to perceive only a limited spectrum of light and energy. Genes operate beyond this spectrum in a frequency that's inaccessible to us.
Okay.
Yes. However, some people like spiritual practitioners or those who heightened sensitivity claim they can sense, hear, or even see these entities under certain conditions. I have also proved that. I will telling you more. It's also said that genes intentionally avoid direct interaction because our world aren't meant to mix. Too many interaction could disrupt the balance between the physical reality and their spiritual realm.
Acha.
But when that balance is disturbed through rituals, summoning, or spiritual weakness, humans might briefly glimpse their presence. Yes.
Okay. So,
Genes and other paranormal entities are deeply mysterious. Very, very mysterious. And while they evoke fear, they also inspire curiosity. Their existence reminds us that there's more to the world than meets the eye. Forces and beings that exist just beyond our perception waiting to be understood. Yes.
Arnab, this has been a mesmerizing journey. From ancient text to modern encounters, we have seen how the paranormal world reflects our deepest fears and desires. To our listeners, what's your take? Are these entities figments of imagination or real beings with a purpose? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for joining us at Story House, where every mystery has a story and every story hides a mystery. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like, share and subscribe. Stay curious, and until next time, keep questioning the unknown. Thank you.
Bye bye.